scoring position because they know they have to be more fined, and statistics bear all that out. So creating those opportunities is what we're just not doing enough of. And look, in the box, we got to, the hitters got to do it, right? We got to square up the baseball, or we got to take a walk, or however it may be. But I think, offense in this game can be frustrating, and frustration is an emotion that it's like, what do you do with frustration, right? And I think as a hitter, it's not necessarily a good place to be frustrated. It doesn't help you. You kind of move to the next moment, and I think even we as coaches, we got to move to the next moment too. We move to the next moment and help win the next moment.
Good luck here in Kansas City. It's a good ball club, but it's a good place to play.
Thanks, Coom. Appreciate it.
That's the Manager Show. Craig Counsell. Zach, back to you.
Coom, the baseball board next on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Chicago Cubs memories are made right here with Pat, Ron, and Zach on the Cubs Radio Network.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
This is it. Shop the Lowe's Closeout event to get up to 70% off select major appliances for your home. Plus, get up to 60% off select patio furniture and accessories for your outdoor spaces. So hurry into your local store today, because these deals are too good to last. Shop them now before they're gone, because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Hey, I'm Rhett. And I'm Link. This is a little trailer for our podcast, Ear Biscuits, where two lifelong friends talk about life for a long time. And nothing is off limits. Follow and listen to Ear Biscuits, now for free on the Odyssey app and everywhere you get your podcasts.
Friday night, August 2nd, join a host of legends at Mongo's Hall Ball, a night to fight ALS. Celebrating Chicago football great Mongo McMichael and raising money for a great cause. The day after the Hall of Fame game in Kenton, Ohio at the Stark County Fairgrounds. It's an all-inclusive 4-hour party starting at 6 p.m., featuring a live performance by the Chicago Six with Otis Wilson and Dan Hampton, plus appearances by Jim McMahon, Ric Flair, Devin Hester, Richard Dead, Jimbo Covert, Mike Singletary, and John Vincent. Go to tailgreeter.com for tickets and info.
Cubs in Kansas City. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's teams on the Parkins and Spiegel Show. Afternoons 2 to 6 on The Score, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, on Odyssey Sports Station.
It's the opener of a 3-game set here in Kansas City between the Cubs and the Royals. Now let's pause as we get set for the playing of the national anthem prior to Game 1 here at Kauffman Stadium. DeBose performing the national anthem tonight here in Kansas City. The national anthem sponsored by American Sail. Bring the fun home. Who Are You Banking On is sponsored by Busey Bank. Building business, growing wealth since 1868. I'm banking on Seiya Suzuki, who's been hot in July, hitting .284. 4 homers, 16 RBIs in 19 games. The pitching matchup is sponsored by Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Enjoy the laid-back experience of Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Kyle Hendricks pitching for the Cubs, 2-8 with a 6.69 ERA, but he's got an ERA of 3.46, including 3 runs on 3 hits in 5 innings Saturday against Arizona since the month of June started. So over the last 2, he's been effective. Right-hander Brady Singer going for KC, 6-6, an ERA of 3. He's coming off a victory against the White Sox last weekend, throwing 7 scoreless innings. Around Baseball, sponsored by Great Clips. For your next haircut, go to Great Clips. It's going to be great. In progress, top 6, Twins 6, Tigers 2. Javier Baez, a 2-run shot for Detroit. The Guardians lead the Phillies 3-0 after 4 innings of play. Middle 5, Reds 2, Rays 2. The Orioles on top of the Padres, 1-0 in the top of the 4th. Jordan Westberg with a solo shot. Rangers and Blue Jays even at 3, top of the 3rd inning in Toronto. The Mets on top of the Braves, 4-2 now, bottom of the 3rd inning. Red Sox lead the Yankees 2-1 after 3. And coming up a little bit later on tonight, the Brewers are home against the Marlins. Here in Kansas City, it's time for baseball. Cubs, Royals, Pat, Ron, next on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Listen to every Cubs game all season long right here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Baseball season is heating up. Odyssey has you covered with the most entertaining coverage of your team. Stay locked in and in the know with the local voices you trust. Stream your favorite shows for free on the Odyssey app, Odyssey.com, or on your smart speaker.
There's something about a fresh haircut from the friendly, skilled stylists at Great Clips that just makes life, well, greater. The sun shines brighter. Your step feels springier. Even your jokes are funnier. And the best part? When you use Great Clips online check-in, you can get in for a haircut without having to rearrange your day or your budget. Download the app today. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Join a salon team. Visit jobs.greatclips.com.
With the enhanced engine performance and fuel economy of newly reformulated Tri-Clean gas from Citgo, you're good to go. But good to go where? Exotic bird shopping? To your Tuesday night bowling league?
Woo! That's a turkeys.
Good to go try your luck at bingo.
G32. Bingo!
Good to go to a lumberjack competition.
I'm going to move my car.
New top-tier Tri-Clean gas from Citgo. The most advanced fuel we've ever made. Now you're good to go.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
This is it. Shop the Lowe's closeout event to get up to 70% off select major appliances for your home. Plus, get up to 60% off select patio furniture and accessories for your outdoor spaces. So hurry into your local store today because these deals are too good to last. Shop them now before they're gone because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is presented by Health Markets. Shop for health insurance your way.
And now, Odyssey and 670 The Score bring you Chicago Cubs baseball on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Get out the tape measure, long gone. Back in the stands. That ball is gone. A game-winning home run. Can you believe it? This is what you came in for. You got the Cubs game on The Score.
Chicago Cubs baseball is presented to you in part by Benjamin Moore, Binny's Beverage Depot, Hefty Trash Bags, Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha, Bosch Power Tools, James Hardy Building Products, Sloan, Stella Blue Coffee, Traffic Tech, Wintrust Community Banks, your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, Granger, official partner of the Chicago Cubs in Wrigley Field, Atturo Tires, and by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. And now, here's the Hall of Famer, Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer, with all the exciting play-by-play action of Chicago Cubs baseball.
Chicago Cubs baseball is on the air from Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. It's game one of a 3-game series in front of a sellout crowd at Kauffman Stadium between the Chicago Cubs and the Kansas City Royals. Good evening, everybody. Along with former Cub and All-Star Ron Coomer, it's Pat Hughes reporting. The crowd making a lot of noise in the background. The starting lineup for the Royals is being announced. The starting pitchers tonight are right-handers. Kyle Hendricks on the mound for the Cubs. Brady Singer starting for the Royals. The umpires are meeting at the home plate area right now, having a brief discussion of ground rules, and they will have an exchange of lineup cards, and that means it is just about time for baseball. Let's take a look at the Cubs starting nine. It'll be Nico Horner leading off and playing second base. Michael Busch at first base. Seiya Suzuki batting third. Suzuki in right field. Ian Happ is the cleanup man in left. Mike Tauchman, the designated hitter. Dansby Swanson batting sixth. Swanson at shortstop. Miles Mastrobuoni at third base. The Cubs catcher tonight is Miguel Amaya, and batting ninth in center field, the rookie Pete Crow Armstrong. Those are the Cubs. Here are the Kansas City Royals. Former Pirate Adam Frazier leading off as the DH. Bobby Witt, one of the best offensive players in all of baseball. Bobby Witt batting second and playing shortstop. Vinny Pasquantino at first. The catcher is the veteran Salvador Perez. Michael Massey batting fifth and playing second base. Hunter Renfroe in right. Nick Lofton batting seventh and playing third base. The left fielder is Garrett Hampson, and batting ninth in center, Kyle Isbell. We are ready for baseball. The Cubs are in Kansas City. Back to get it started right after this. You are listening to The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Nico Horner. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Get more at the Shore. This summer, Sport Hyundai is your go-to dealer for all your sales and service needs. Whether you're looking to upgrade your ride or keep your current vehicle running smoothly, we've got you covered with unbeatable deals and expert care. Get payments as low as $179 a month or get 0% APR financing on select models, making it easier than ever to drive home in your dream car. Plus, we have hundreds of vehicles in stock that are priced to move, so you can cruise to the Jersey Shore in style this summer in the all-new 2024 Hyundai Tucson or the 2024 Hyundai Elantra. And with America's best warranty, including our 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, you'll have peace of mind for years to come. Look for the Owner's Assurance logo when you visit. It's your guarantee of quality and reliability. Get more at the Shore. Money-saving minutes from everywhere. Visit us online at sporthyundai.com. Conveniently located next to Sam's Club in Egg Harbor Township. Call 609-246-0310 for full details.
What's wrong?
My travel rewards card didn't earn enough miles for my vacation.
Are you crying? Are you crying because of that other credit card?
Uh-huh.
Well, switch to the Capital One Venture card. Venture lets you redeem miles on any travel purchase.
Really?
Yep, and you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every single day. The Capital One Venture card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Brady Singer, the right-hander. First pitch in for a strike. Second pitch swung on and missed. He's working very quickly here at the outset, Ron.
He's going to do that. He gets the ball and he fires it. Fastball, two-seamer, four-seamer, a lot of sliders.
The 0-2 hit in the air to center, routine for Isbell. And that's out number one. Ron, let's talk about the Cubs' plan of offensive attack against the right-hander, Brady Singer.
Well, Singer's got some odd numbers, and when you look at it, left-handers have done a way better job against him than right-handers have. He's dominated right-handed hitters. So the lefty's got to do their job. He likes to pitch down and into the lefty, and down and away to the righty is where his pitches go. And with that slider, that can be right into the wheelhouse of the left-handed hitter.
Lefties, as you say, Ron, hitting .295 against Singer. Busch pulls the ground ball foul past first. 0-2 on Michael. No score, just underway. Now, right-handed batters hitting just 174, so a difference of 121 points in batting average between right-handed batters and lefties against Singer.
Pretty amazing, right? You don't
Really? It's huge.
see that kind of difference in a major league pitcher or any pitch for that matter. You just don't see that too often, but that is the case tonight. And it's the same thing with the damage, with the home runs. That's home run ball with the lefty also.
Now the 1-2 pitch to Bush. Fastball, strike 3 call. On the inside corner, Junior Valentine calling balls and strikes tonight. Adrian Johnson is the crew chief. Adrian working at first. Quinn Wolcott, the second base umpire, and Ramon De Jesus over at third. The announcement of the umpires, sponsored by Suits 2020 in Niles, the largest selection of wedding outfits for grooms and groomsmen. Seiya Suzuki takes outside. Beautiful Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. One of the most picturesque ballparks in the entire big league group of stadiums. Here's a pitch outside. The count is 2-0, and playing for Minnesota all those years, Ron, you must have played a lot of games here.
Yeah, I have. I've played a lot of ball here. It's, they've always seemed to be upgrading this ballpark.
Bounce to third, a charging Lofton makes the throw to first in time. And the Cubs do nothing in the first. 1-2-3 for Brady Singer. Royals coming up. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Anything can happen anytime in any game right here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
This is it. Shop the Lowe's closeout event to get up to 70% off select major appliances for your home. Plus, get up to 60% off select patio furniture and accessories for your outdoor spaces. So hurry into your local store today because these deals are too good to last. Shop them now before they're gone because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
You've reached the Toyota Tacoma hotline. For tips on removing cactus needles from your backside, press 1. If you're face to face with a mountain lion who wants to leave us a message, press 2.
The 2024 Tacoma. Toyota. Let's go places.
Immerse yourself in academic excellence. Take comfort in welcome surroundings. Revel in exhilarating events. Discover invaluable educational experiences at a value rivaled by few. Southern Illinois University Edwardsville. The right place, the right people. So you can own tomorrow. Take your first steps to a promising future at siue.edu.
It's a hot summer night in Kansas City. 88 degrees at game time. Game time temperature sponsored by Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. Your trusted local experts, Four Seasons. Adam Frazier will lead off and take high for a ball. Kyle Hendricks doing the Cubs starting pitching tonight. Ron, as you think about Kyle facing these Royals, what's on your mind?
Well, I just think command of the fastball changeup.
Fastball top of the zone called strike 2.
And usually when Kyle has good command of his fastball, that's a good thing. Because then he can move the ball around the strike zone, on the edges of the zone and get good swing and miss.
Frazier pulls one deep down the right field line toward the foul pole, but it is going to be a foul ball. It did not have home run distance. 330 down the lines here in Kansas City. Deep alleys, 387. And then 410 to straightaway. Field is in great shape. They have this beautiful waterfall configuration out in left center and right center, one of the largest of its kind. Now the pitch to Adam Frazier. Check swing. Did he get hit by the pitch? He did. No, he did not. The umpire, Junior Valentine, says, nope, you did not try to get out of the way of the pitch. Therefore, that is not going to be a hit by pitch. It's only a ball. And Frazier putting up an argument saying, I tried to get out of the way, and the umpire said, no, you did not.
Well, the thing about Frazier is he stands right on home plate, and he wears that elbow guard, and he threw his elbow out at the pitch. I would venture to say that pitch is not much off the plate at all from being a strike, and he did. He kind of leaned over, threw the elbow guard out, and ended up getting hit, and Junior Valentine says, no, that's not the case. And they're going to continue. He's going to have to stay at home plate. Royals are going to lose this argument. And I've never been a big fan of umpires being able to do this. And it's not just because it's going for the Cubs and Cal Hendricks, but this is exactly what happened. That really is the case. And that arm guard saved his elbow, but that's why he did it.
Manager Matt Quattrero out. Once they take a look at the replay, they're going to say the umpire was right.
Yeah.
He got the call correctly.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah.
It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. No score. We're in the bottom of the first. Frazier leading it off against Kyle Hendricks. A little on the humid side tonight. That might not be the last argument we have. Here's a liner towards center. Diving catch by Nico Horner. Sensational play by Nico. Soft line drive. The second baseman racing over behind second. A Superman type drive. Backhanded the ball and landed on his belly. Beautiful play.
Can't do it much better than that. Nico lays out for this ball and catches this ball mid-dive. He's about 3 feet off the ground when he makes the catch. And when you're hitting 296, that's a base hit. When you're hitting 196, it's caught. And that's just the way it is.
Here is Bobby Witt Jr., one of the best hitters in all of baseball. 344 average, 18 home runs, 70 runs batted in. He hits one on the ground to first, fielded by Bush. Routine play, out number 2. Good pitch by Kyle. He changed up on him. Witt was out in front. Hit it right off the end of the bat and hit a harmless ground ball.
Now, that's that cut changeup that Kyle will throw. And it was elevated a little bit, but the speed change, right? It was an off-speed pitch. He had Witt out in front, hit it right off the end of the bat, and broke the end of the bat.
Cubs in their traveling grays, gray shirts and trousers. They've got blue numbers, or red numbers rather, on their backs, blue hats, sleeves and socks, and a variety of shoe colors. The Royals in their home whites, bright white trousers, navy blue shirts with white numbers on their backs. Now the pitch to Vinny Pasquantino is fouled away, and the count quickly 0-2 on the first baseman. No score. There has not yet been a base runner in tonight's game. Uniform description sponsored by Benjamin Moore. Transform your clubhouse into a Cubs house. Curveball, line drive, base hit to right. Kyle made a mistake on 0-2, hung a breaking ball, and Pasquantino made him pay the price with a sharp single into right, and the batter is Salvador Perez.
Yes, breaking ball up and out over the plate. It ends up in the outside corner, but Pasquantino right on top of it, and he hammered that ball into right for the first hit of the game.
But you can transform your clubhouse into a Cubs house with Cubbies Blue, Wrigley Field Green, or Marquee Red, official paint of the Chicago Cubs. Benjamin Moore. Salvador Perez, right-handed batting veteran catcher, having another big offensive season. This guy just keeps rolling along.
Yeah, he can hit some home runs, too. 18 bombs this year as a catcher.
Hitting 276. A drive to deep right. Back goes Suzuki, makes the catch. Near the track in deep right, and that ends the inning. The Royals do not score. They get a base hit. Great defensive play by Nico. Might possibly saved a rally. We go to inning number 2, 0-0 game, Cubs and Royals. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Justin Steele. Listen to every game here on Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
This is it. Shop the Lowe's closeout event to get up to 70% off select major appliances for your home. Plus, get up to 60% off select patio furniture and accessories for your outdoor spaces. So hurry into your local store today because these deals are too good to last. Shop them now before they're gone because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Hey, baseball fans, this is Brett Boone from the Brett Boone Podcast. The MLB trade deadline is just around the corner, and you don't want to miss a minute of action. Join me as we break down the biggest moves, analyze the impact on our favorite teams, and bring you insights from my fellow All-Star and Hall of Fame friends that you can't get anywhere else. The moves that are made this week are the ones that shape October. Get ready for the drama, the deals, and the discussions. Follow and listen to the Brett Boone Podcast on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
670 The Score is proud to announce the Cubs for a Cure Radiothon. On August 15th, The Score is partnering with the Cubs and Stand Up to Cancer for a 24-hour radiothon hosted by Danny Parkins and the Score team, with 100% of the proceeds benefiting cancer research.
Celebrities, doctors, and patients will share their stories of how cancer has impacted their lives. Your donations could land you tickets, experiences, and memorabilia from your favorite teams. You can make a difference by helping The Score raise money for cancer research. If you or your company would like to get involved, email 670radiothon@gmail.com today.
Ian Happ leads off the Cubs' second inning, swings and fouls back the first offering by Brady Singer. 0-0 game. Starting lineups brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. Through it all. Happ batting left-handed, takes a fastball strike. Singer throwing a lot of strikes early in the game, Ron.
Yeah, he's, and not going to walk a lot of guys. He's not huge strikeout numbers. He's going to put the ball in play. A lot of balls in play on the ground. Another little slider down and in from Singer. He's going to top out at about 93 miles an hour. Speed Gun, as always, sponsored by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once.
Here comes the windup and the pitch on the way. Happ fouls it away. Not much room in foul territory here at Kauffman Stadium. And that applies to both the area behind home plate and from the bases at first and third to the dugouts. And it gradually narrows down the lines. Curveball is down low. On nice summer nights, though, the ball can carry pretty well to the outfield.
Yeah, and it's a warm and humid night here. I would anticipate the ball carrying pretty well. Watch batting practice. Sometimes batting practice isn't always a good example of what it's going to be like during a game, but I really think it's hot and humid as it is. The ball's going to carry.
Happ takes outside. It was 0-2, and now it's 3-2. The first inning was powered by Invesco QQQ. Tomorrow's innovation awaits with Invesco QQQ. Bouncer back to the mound, fielded by Singer, and he lobs to first for out number one. That was a good old-fashioned comeback or a one-hopper. I'm not sure Singer knew exactly that he had the ball for about a second and a half after he actually grabbed it.
Well, the ball had a tracker on him, right? He's falling off to the first base side, and that's exactly where it was going. And he caught it just above his belt and kind of snapped his head away from it, but it ended up jumping in the old glove.
Mike Tauchman takes a strike. I like when you say sometimes you catch the ball and
sometimes the ball catches you.
That's what happened there.
Yeah, I absolutely agree.
Tauchman, the designated hitter, 0-0 game, second inning. The Cubs' leadoff man was presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. If a leadoff hitter gets a base hit, Benny's donates $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. 0-2 on Mike Tauchman. He'll take outside. The Royals are 9 games above, but like the Cubs, they are on the outside looking in as far as playoff spots. Ground ball to second, throw to first in time. The Royals, though, in a better position to make the playoffs than the Cubs are right now, but still a lot of games to play. Trade deadline now is just 4 days away. It'll be very interesting, Ron, to see what various teams, including the Cubs, do between now and then.
Yeah, I would agree. You saw a little bit of movement in the trade market last 2 days, and we'll see what happens. I think there's a lot of teams that are teetering back and forth whether they actually sell or buy, right? With the new format of the playoffs with the extra playoff rounds, as Perez got nicked by that last foul ball, trying to give him a little bit of a break to get the feeling back in his leg is where I think that ball got him.
2 down, nobody on, no score, second inning. Dansby Swanson takes the low and away, and happened to see the story on the news. His wife, Mallory.
Yeah.
Mallory Swanson scored 2 goals for Team USA in the Olympic Games either earlier today or late last night. I'm not sure exactly when it was, but it was a 3-0 win for the Americans over Zambia. But scoring 2 out of the 3-0 game, that's the Benny's Beverage Depot player of the game.
Yeah, there you go. That's exactly right. She's, after the knee injury, the torn ACL, and now coming back, that's one way to make your presence felt on day one of the Olympic Games, right? Score 2 out of 3 goals and give Team USA their first win. So congratulations to her.
Saw a picture of her celebrating one of the goals, a close-up shot. There's a fastball down low to her husband, Dansby Swanson. And just the joy, the excitement of playing in the Olympics and scoring a goal, it was all over her face. Just a beautiful shot. Here comes the 2-2. Dansby takes outside, the count 3-2. There's something special, Ron, about representing your entire country on the athletic field.
I absolutely agree. It's one of the things that...
Swing and a miss. Swanson is gone. Cubs do nothing. We'll continue this in a minute. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. 0-0 game. Cubs and Royals. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer bring you all the action on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Benny's Beverage Depot. Benny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
This is it. Shop the Lowe's closeout event to get up to 70% off select major appliances for your home. Plus, get up to 60% off select patio furniture and accessories for your outdoor spaces. So hurry into your local store today, because these deals are too good to last. Shop them now before they're gone, because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Summer's greatest hits are here all weekend long at Macy's One Day Sale. Start your back to school shopping with kids' tees, shorts, and more essentials, $15 and under. Plus, it's the best time to refresh your home with 40 to 65% off bedding from Hotel Collection, Charter Club, and more. And take 70% off during our fine jewelry clearance. Don't miss Macy's One Day Sale now through Sunday. Savings off already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. Discover the artist, the foodie, the adventurer, and the kid in you too. Discover all of you, all in one place. World-class music and art, local food, brews, and spirits, endless bike trails, and other thrilling outdoor adventures. Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. It's closer than you think. Plan your getaway at visithamiltoncounty.com.
Thursday, August 1st, the Cubs take on the Cardinals at 7:05. Up to the first 10,000 early arriving fans will receive an Ian Happ bobblehead presented by Jewel Osco. Purchase tickets at cubs.com/tickets. Pat?
Zach, thank you. Michael Massey will take high and outside from Kyle Hendricks. Second inning, 0-0 game. Massey hitting .267, left-handed batting second baseman. And he will drive one in the air, right center field. In the alley, Crow Armstrong and Suzuki are back. Crow Armstrong makes the catch. Way out near the 387 marker in right center. That ball carried a little farther than I thought it would, Ron.
Yeah, ball's well struck, and I think there's a lot of ballparks in this league that would have been a home run. This not being one of them. We talked about it right at the beginning of the Open today that this is one of those parks that a lot of real estate between the 387 marks in straightaway center at 410, and Pete Crow Armstrong is going to have his fun running around that real estate in the middle of this diamond.
Hunter Renfroe, the batter, swings and fouls it back. The Cubs count on Granger's help to keep beautiful Wrigley Field running. To get the products you need, call clickgranger.com or just stop by. Granger, official partner of the Chicago Cubs and Wrigley Field. The well-traveled Hunter Renfroe takes inside, and the count now 1-1. He can still hit the long ball. 9 home runs for the year. Hendricks to Renfroe, swing and a miss. Good breaking ball. What's on your mind here, Ron?
I like that last pitch he just threw. That little off-speed pitch that was fading away from Renfroe. I think staying away from him is the way to go.
He did stay away this time again. It's outside. Second inning sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Remember, on Southwest, 2 bags fly free.
How about that?
Such a deal. Here's the 2-2. Just outside for ball 3, 3-2. We're going to play the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Our engineer, Donnie Freed, is welcome to join us. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good fastball in on his hands. Strikeout number 1 for Kyle Hendricks. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers. Those are always sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Own every mile in a brand new Hyundai. 0-0 game, 2 down, second inning. Here's Nick Lofton.
Kyle stayed away, and then busted a 2-seamer inside and tied up Renfroe to get the punch out.
We were told this is going to be pretty much a sellout crowd tonight.
A Pat Mahomes bobblehead night here at the ballpark.
Isn't he the football quarterback, Super Bowl star?
I was a little confused when I first heard that, and I was like, am I having a little one of them moments, where
I have those all the time.
I was having one when we were talking about it earlier, and I was like, I think he plays across the parking lot last time I checked.
Bounce to the third, off the glove of Mastroboni. Recovers and throws late to first. He got caught in between hops. He played it off of his chest. The ball bounced about 20 feet in front of him. He tried to scramble after the ball and make the throw to first, but it was just too late.
Yeah, it's a tough play, and your first reaction, especially when you're a middle infielder, is to attack. And at third base, that's not always the best case. But for Mastro, he attacks and goes to his right, and it gets right in front of it. And that's a very tough catch. That second hop, always when it hits the dirt, the ball explodes on you, and it hit him in the chest. It'll be an error on Mastroboni.
That is a tough play. But it is an error, I guess.
Well, maybe they're giving it a hit. They set a base hit on the scoreboard. They get 2 hits up there. That's a second hit. Yeah, and they gave it a single.
I actually agree with that. He did everything he could. He got in front of the ball. It took kind of a bad hop, hit him in the chest. What are you going to do, Ron?
Yeah, no, you're going to wear it is what you're going to do. There's nothing you can do about it. It's just, so it's a base hit.
Garrett Hampson, the batter, no score, second inning, 2 down, a man at first. Short lead by Lofton. Hendricks to Hampson. Her ball is outside. I'm going to go ahead and start the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game guesses. I'm going to guess 37,873. 37873. Toss to first, not in time. Zach Zaidman's going to make his guess. And Ron and Donnie Freed is more than welcome. There's a slight entry fee for Donnie if he's interested.
38,300 for me and Donnie. If you'd like to be in, we can let you know what that entry fee is.
There's a fly ball to center. It's going to be caught by Crow Armstrong, and that ends the inning. No runs and a hit, a man left. It's on to inning number 3. No score. Cubs and Royals. This is The Score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Chicago Cubs memories are made right here with Pat, Ron, and Zach on the Cubs Radio Network.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
When nasty bug scares threaten to ruin my morning, I have a reliable solution that helps me handle holy moments. Hot Shot Ant Roach and Spider Killer kills roaches on contact and keeps killing for up to 3 months on non-porous surfaces at a fraction of the price versus leading brands, avoiding holy moments for up to 3 months. Now that's peace of mind. Phew. Hot Shot. Save the day. Based on Nielsen data for the 52 weeks ending 12/2/23. Average unit price for all channels, brick and mortar outlets.
This is it. Shop the Lowe's Closeout event to get up to 70% off select major appliances for your home. Plus, get up to 60% off select patio furniture and accessories for your outdoor spaces. So hurry into your local store today because these deals are too good to last. Shop them now before they're gone because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. Discover the artist, the foodie, the adventurer, and the kid in you too. Discover all of you, all in one place. World-class music and art, local food, brews, and spirits, endless bike trails, and other thrilling outdoor adventures. Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. It's closer than you think. Plan your getaway at visithamiltoncounty.com.
Matrimony is on deck. Who's on deck is sponsored by On Deck. Need a small business loan fast? Apply today at ondeck.com. And guys, I'm going to make my guess in the Binny's Beverage Depot attendance game. I'm going to go 37,500.
Very good, Zach. We go to the third inning. 0-0 game. Cubs have not had a base runner yet against Brady Singer. Miles Mastrobuoni with a count of 1-0, batting left-handed. Trying to get on to get something going. He'll take a breaking ball for a strike. Zach Zaidman working alongside, and Donnie Free, our engineer. Here's a drive towards center field. Going back is Isbell, and he makes the catch. Pretty hard hit ball by Mastrobuoni, but there's a lot of space in the middle of the diamond here at Kauffman Stadium, and that's out number 1.
Yeah, the ball, high fastball, and Mastro gets on top of it, hits a line drive. It needed to be about 20 feet either direction than it was, but that was right at the center fielder.
Miguel Amaya batting, hitting .223. He's hitting better of late as he takes down low for a ball. Cubs baseball brought to you in part by Grainger. In fact, the third inning is sponsored by Grainger, official partner of the Cubs and Wrigley Field. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
And double plays turned by the Cubs today. They're sponsored by Nissan. They make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today at Nissan.
Maya checks, takes a breaking ball low and away, 2-1. There are some Cub fans here. Hard to differentiate between Cub fans and Royals fans. A drive to right center on the run. Renfroe makes the catch. Amaya hit a ball pretty well to deep right center. The right fielder Hunter Renfroe ran it down. And that's out number 2. Scoreless game, third inning, and the batter Pete Crow Armstrong. Because the blue for the Royals and the Cubs blue very, very similar.
Yeah. I would agree. Now, I believe Kansas City is wearing their City Connect uniform tonight. So it's kind of a darker blue, but they only wear that on occasion, right? So, but it is very, the hats, when you look down in the stands, you're like, what, there are a lot of Cub fans here. A lot of Royal blue, Cubby blue, Kansas City Royal blue. Yeah.
We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. Crow Armstrong swings and misses in the count 2-1. Here's where you'd like to see Pete get on base, maybe steal a bag, and have Nico Horner drive him in. Inside ball 3. Are you swinging or taking on 3-1?
3-1. If you're Pete, with this guy in the bump, I would say swinging. I would say if you get a good pitch, go ahead and take a shot.
He hits one in the air to left. It's fairly well hit, but it's very playable for Frazier. And that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down. 3 perfect innings for Brady Singer. 0-0 game. On to the bottom of the third we go. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Listen to every Cubs game all season long right here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, baseball fans, this is Brett Boone from the Brett Boone Podcast. The MLB trade deadline is just around the corner, and you don't want to miss a minute of action. Join me as we break down the biggest moves, analyze the impact on our favorite teams, and bring you insights from my fellow All-Star and Hall of Fame friends that you can't get anywhere else. The moves that are made this week are the ones that shape October. Get ready for the drama, the deals, and the discussions. Follow and listen to the Brett Boone Podcast on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking. 670 The Score is proud to announce the Cubs for a Cure Radiothon. On August 15th, The Score is partnering with the Cubs and Stand Up to Cancer for a 24-hour radiothon hosted by Danny Parkins and the Score team, with 100% of the proceeds benefiting cancer research.
Celebrities, doctors, and patients will share their stories of how cancer has impacted their lives. Your donations could land you tickets, experiences, and memorabilia from your favorite teams. You can make a difference by helping The Score raise money for cancer research. If you or your company would like to get involved, email 670radiothon@gmail.com today.
The out-of-town scoreboard is fueled by Citgo Tri-Clean Gasoline. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. Top of the 8th in Detroit, all Minnesota. The Twins an 8-2 lead over the Tigers. Christian Betancourt with a 2-run home. I should say Christian Vasquez with a 2-run home run for Minnesota. The Guardians lead the Phillies 3-1. They're in the last of the 7th inning in Philadelphia. Reds and Rays tied at 2 in the top half of the 8th inning.
Kyle Isbell fouls it away. Zach, go ahead.
The Padres doubling up the Orioles 4-2. They're in the top half of the 6th. Jurickson Profar with a 2-run home run. Middle 5, Rangers 5, Blue Jays 4. Adolis Garcia with a 2-run home run for Texas.
The 0-2 from Kyle fouled away.
The Mets have hit 3 home runs in a 7-run third inning, and they lead the Braves 8-2 now in the top half of the 6th inning in New York. Red Sox 4, Yankees 3 after 5 innings of play at Fenway Park.
Fastball is high. What else you got, Zach?
Astros leading the Dodgers, Pat, 1-0 after 2 innings. The Mariners with an 8-run first inning on the south side. They lead the White Sox 8-0 now, bottom of the 2nd inning.
Mariners just picked up Randy Arozarena from Tampa within the last 24 hours. Did he possibly have anything to do with that big rally, Zach?
No, he's not playing for Seattle tonight. Josh Rojas with a 3-run home run for Seattle. The Marlins on top of the Brewers, 5-0 now, bottom of the 2nd inning in Milwaukee. Brian De La Cruz with a 2-run home run. Nationals leading the Cardinals 2-0, bottom 2 in St. Louis.
And the pitch on the way, taken a little bit high for a ball by Isbell.
But I think, Pat, what's your question to Zach about did he do anything in the rally? How about just the thought for their group, that their management, that they went out and got somebody? They're right in the heart of the race, and now all of a sudden, we're going for it, man. We got a productive guy going to hit right in the middle of the lineup. Playoff, he's been in the playoffs many times. And now all of a sudden, there you go. You got a guy, and I think that makes a big impact in your clubhouse. I really do.
That's down low for a ball. That sounds like that happened to you when you were playing, Ron. a team that you were on acquired somebody, and everyone said, yeah, now we're ready to go.
We were in New York. We were scuffling and right, and we picked up Raul Mondesi. And all of a sudden, like, oh, man, this is something here.
Isbell strikes out on a high fastball. That's out number one. Scoreless game. We're in the bottom of the third, and Adam Frazier coming up. But there's something psychological about that, Ron. And,
absolutely.
Here's the windup by Hendricks now. Adam Frazier at the plate. And he will take high for a ball. One note about Milwaukee that I thought about when I heard Zach reporting the scores. Christian Yelich, it looks like, is going to have surgery on his back. I think the manager, Pat Murphy, said it was inevitable that back surgery is coming right away.
Yeah.
So he's certainly done for the year. And who knows how much of next season he'll have to miss.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Yelich. He's, made a big comeback after having some injuries, broken leg, and a knee. And now this year he's back. He was, one of the league leaders in hitting. And now the back has put him on the shelf again.
Fastball is high, 2-2.
But just to clarify, guys, Pat Murphy says that surgery inevitable at some point, but they believe that the All-Star outfielder can return this season. They're going to try and avoid it during the season.
Interesting. Okay, we'll see how that works out. Here's a swing and a miss. Frazier out in front of a changeup. That ball ended up down near the ankles. It's a strikeout for Kyle. He looks good so far tonight. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers, sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Own every mile in a brand new Hyundai. Bobby Witt, the batter, Bobby Witt Jr. His father, a former big league pitcher. I saw him pitch many games.
Yeah.
I saw when he came up to the big leagues, I believe that was with Texas. He had a 5-inning no-hitter in Milwaukee for the Rangers, but they had to take him out of the game, Ron, because he had struck out 8 and walked 8 in the first 5 innings, and he was up close to 100 pitches.
Yeah, right.
And he was a 21-year-old kid.
Yeah.
They said, that's it.
Yep. I faced Bobby. He very good arm. Good cut fastball slider guy.
2 balls and a strike on Bobby Witt Jr. This guy's also a base stealer. That's something else to keep in mind. He's got tremendous extra base power, but good running speed as well. 2-1 pitch low and away. In a game earlier this week against Arizona, he had a double, triple, and a home run all by the 4th inning and did not finish off his cycle. He was hit by a pitch. Both benches kind of emptied. And then he flied out in his final at-bat. Here's a high pop fly on the infield. Playable for Dansby Swanson. Waiting and squeezing. 3 up, 3 down. Kyle looks strong. We go to the 4th inning. No score. Cubs and Royals. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for Cubs baseball all season long. This is the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
This is it. Shop the Lowe's closeout event to get up to 70% off select major appliances for your home. Plus, get up to 60% off select patio furniture and accessories for your outdoor spaces. So hurry into your local store today because these deals are too good to last. Shop them now before they're gone because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Nowadays, most value menus are just kind of menus, unless you're at KFC. With Taste of KFC deals, you can get a hot, juicy drum and thigh, hand-breaded in 11 herbs and spices, a side of creamy mashed potatoes and gravy, and a flaky, buttery biscuit for just $4.99. Son of a bucket, that's a good deal. Taste of KFC deals. Available all day, every day. Only at KFC. It's finger-licking good. Prices, participation, and product offering may vary. Tax, tips, and fees extra.
Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. Discover the artist, the foodie, the adventurer, and the kid in you, too. Discover all of you, all in one place. World-class music and art, local food, brews, and spirits, endless bike trails, and other thrilling outdoor adventures. Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. It's closer than you think. Plan your getaway at visithamiltoncounty.com.
Cubs and Royals are scoreless as we get set for the top half of the fourth inning here in Kansas City. The fourth inning is sponsored by Wintrust, the exclusive home of Cubs checking. Huh?
Zach, thank you. Let's see if Nico Horner can crank up a Cubs rally here in the fourth inning. Not a single Cub has reached base so far against Brady Singer. Here's a swing and a liner foul off to the right out of play. Again, nice to be working with Donnie Free, the engineer. He supplied the microphones and headsets and the chairs.
Very nice, Donnie. Great touch.
The chairs have a little mileage on them. In fact, I pulled out a sticker off of my chair.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
And here's the pitch on the way to Nico. Called strike three. Fastball got him. It says this is an actual chair seen on the MASH television series 1974, sat in by Colonel Henry Blake.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
So,
yeah.
I feel special sitting in it.
Yeah.
Sort of. Michael Bush, the batter.
Colonel Henry Blake, huh?
McLean Stevenson.
Yeah. Good show.
He was funny.
Hawkeye. Yeah. Alan Alda.
Hot Lips. Never really said that name on Cubs radio. Felt kind of good. Here's a swing and a foul back. 1-1 on Michael Bush. Radar was a classic.
I'm still getting over the Hot Lips comment.
Frank Burns.
Yeah. Uh-huh. He was an odd fella.
Why are you looking at me when you said that?
There's no real reason. I told you, I'm still trying to get over the other comment. That's the point.
Just discussing characters on a
absolutely
show of yesteryear.
Yeah.
Here comes the 1-2. Strike three call. The Cubs are mystified by Brady Singer. Singer came into the game with a record of 6-6. But he's been untouchable so far, setting down the first 11 batters and 4 of them on strikeouts. And here's Seiya Suzuki.
He's got a good two-seamer tonight. He's thrown a couple of them on the outside corner for strike three.
Ron, you talked about the splits, the effectiveness against right-handed batters. Righty's hitting just 174 against Singer. And all ball players are aware of their own performances. So it's almost as if he sees a right-handed batter, his confidence level goes up during that plate appearance. He makes another great pitch to Suzuki. It's swung on and missed.
Yeah, Seiya swung at that slider, and that slider's 6 inches off the plate away. There's got to be some deception. We can't really see it from here, and I've obviously not faced Singer, but there's got to be some deception for the right-handed hitter not being able to see the ball well.
Low and outside for a ball.
Because you just don't see splits like that from right-handed to left-handed hitters in the league, especially with a guy that's starting. That, he's going through the lineup at least twice, maybe 3 times.
And the 2-2 lifted to right, slicing toward foul territory down the line. And that ball is going to land untouched down near the tarpaulin. How about the effort by Dylan Cease of the San Diego Padres yesterday? Pitched the second no-hitter in Padres history. Joe Musgrove tossed the first one just 3 years ago. But in his last 3 games, in addition to the no-hitter, he pitched 1 hit ball against Atlanta for 6 innings and 1 hit ball against Cleveland in 7 innings. You talk about a hot pitcher over 3 starts. Fastball is inside to Suzuki. 22 consecutive shutout innings for Dylan Cease and just 2 hits allowed in those 22 innings.
That's something, isn't it? I think he threw his most pitches he's ever thrown. I think he threw 114 pitches, if I read that right this morning, if I remember correctly, to get the no-hitter.
Here comes the 3-2. Suzuki takes inside. Finally, the Cubs get a base runner. And it brings up Ian Happ. 10 for ID. This is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Listen to the Cubs game in FM quality at 104.3 HD2 FM on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network. We are WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Ian Happ, batting left-handed, takes a strike. Bases on balls by opposing pitchers, sponsored by North Shore Adult Diapers. Reassuringly strong protection for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com. That was our engineer, Donnie Free. I see he is writing down that website address. Again, visit northshore.com. The engineer to be named later. Here's the pitch. Low and inside in the dirt. Down to second will go Suzuki safely. That's a wild pitch. Curve in the dirt. No hesitation by Sega. He saw it bounce well away from the catcher, and he knew he could make it to second, and he did easily.
Yeah, good read by Suzuki. This ball bounces well in front of the plate and in front of Ian's right foot. Perez does a good job of blocking this ball, but Sega gets to second easily.
So walk and a wild pitch. Let's see if Ian Happ can drive in a run. Nope. He hits a fly ball to left center. Isbell is there to make the catch. And the Cubs do not score, still looking for their first base hit. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. 0-0 game. Cubs and Royals on the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Jamison Tyone. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
This is it. Shop the Lowe's closeout event to get up to 70% off select major appliances for your home. Plus, get up to 60% off select patio furniture and accessories for your outdoor spaces. So hurry into your local store today because these deals are too good to last. Shop them now before they're gone because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
This is where legends are made. Bally's Chicago Casino, where the action is unstoppable and the possibilities are unlimited. It's the $250,000 sizzling summer sweepstakes. July 27th, win a pair of jet skis and a trip to Bally's Atlantic City or 40 grand cash. Open 24 hours, 7 days a week at the historic Madonna Temple. Bally's Chicago Casino. Bet on Bally's. See promotions for details. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Summer's greatest hits are here all weekend long at Macy's One Day Sale. Start your back to school shopping with kids' tees, shorts, and more essentials, $15 and under. Plus, it's the best time to refresh your home with 40 to 65% off bedding from Hotel Collection, Charter Club, and more. And take 70% off during our fine jewelry clearance. Don't miss Macy's One Day Sale now through Sunday. Savings off already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Leaders are sponsored by the Village of New Lenox, leading the way in residential and economic development. And Bobby Witt Jr. of the Royals leads the majors in batting average, .342.
Vinny Pasquantino leading off the bottom of the fourth inning hits a sky-high pop fly to left. Ian Happ makes the catch, one away. Zach, no score, fourth inning. The batter is Salvador Perez.
Aaron Judge is the power man, Pat. He leads the majors with 35 home runs and 89 RBIs. Cincinnati's Ellie Dela Cruz, the stolen base leader, with 51.
Do you have Aaron Judge's batting average handy? Because I know it's also impressive, especially considering all the power that he's putting up. Here's the right-handed batting Salvador Perez.
305 is the average.
How about that, Ron?
Yeah.
You got to love that combo.
Oh, absolutely.
Of contact and power. The 0-1 is outside.
And once again, he is a big, strong guy, but he is definitely not a pull guy. He's a spray the ball around the ballpark type hitter. Only he's like 6'8" and he's got a lot of thunder.
Perez, 34 years old. Doing the catching tonight. He hits a little looper, shallow left. Over to make the catch is Dansby Swanson. Another good pitch by Kyle Hendricks. Not only changing speeds nicely, but really getting inside on quite a few hitters, Ron.
Yeah, I think a lot of hitters for Kansas City, they hear about the off-speed pitch in the changeup, right? And Kyle has done a very good job, of busting them in, but staying out of the middle of the plate. That middle of the plate strike, from Kyle, he has not had that issue tonight, and he has been dealing.
Michael Massey will take a strike. Scoreless game, 4th inning. And the 0-1 pitch, low and in. Cubs in the history of games against Kansas City in the interleague package are 19-15. Cubs are 7-7 here at beautiful Kauffman Stadium. The 1-1 pulled on the ground to first. It's going to be another 1-2-3 inning. Unassisted play for Bush. It's on to the 5th. Zach Zaidman joins Ron Coomer in a moment. No score, Cubs and Royals on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for Cubs baseball all season long. This is the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Games in October can be won and lost by what happens between now and the trade deadline. I'm former MLB All-Star Brett Boone. Join me for exclusive interviews and inside stories. Follow and listen to the Brett Boone Podcast on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. Discover the artist, the foodie, the adventurer, and the kid in you, too. Discover all of you, all in one place. World-class music and art, local food, brews, and spirits, endless bike trails, and other thrilling outdoor adventures. Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. It's closer than you think. Plan your getaway at visithamiltoncounty.com.
Did you know you can see your favorite Score shows on YouTube and Twitch? Watch Mully and Haw, Bernstein and Holmes, and Parkins and Spiegel do their shows live weekdays from 5:30 a.m. until 6 p.m. Just go to YouTube or Twitch and search 670 The Score. Then get inside the studio to watch the best Chicago sports talk live. Experience Mully and Haw, Bernstein and Holmes, and Parkins and Spiegel like you never have before. Just go to YouTube or Twitch and search 670 The Score to get started today.
Look around. You can find cars like these on AutoTrader, like that car riding your tail. Or if you're tailgating right now, all those cars doubling as kitchens and living rooms are on AutoTrader too. Are you working out and listening to this ad at the same time? Well, multitasking pro, cars like the ones in the gym parking lot are for sale on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars, maybe even flying cars. Okay, no flying cars, but as soon as they get invented, they'll be on AutoTrader. Just you wait. AutoTrader.
Listen to every moment of Cubs baseball when you're in the Chicagoland area for free on the Odyssey app. Download the app and search 670 The Score. Top 5 in Kansas City. Cubs and Royals are scoreless as Mike Tauchman swings and misses. And an outside fastball from right-hander Brady Singer. 0-1 the count. Cubs still looking for their first hit of the ball game. Singer, the right-hander, rocks back and delivers. Tauchman swings and lines one foul out of play down the left field line. 0-2 the count. Tauchman, the designated hitter, grounded out to second in the second. Cubs designated hitters are sponsored by Fireplace and Chimney Authority. Visit online or their Elmhurst and Lyle showrooms as Tauchman fouls one away again off to the left. Count remains 0-2.
And I liken this about Michael's being aggressive. Singer's been throwing a lot of strikes. Cubs hitter's been a little passive, and that ball hits Tauchman in the top of the foot, so he's going to get his base.
Yeah, one of those sliders pouring inside and nailed him on the cleat, so he's okay as he jogs to first. And the Cubs have the leadoff man on base in Talkman, who's got 5 stolen bases this season. Here comes Dansby Swanson, who struck out swinging in the second.
Heart of the lineup, sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Book a low fare today at southwest.com and really enjoy the 2 free bags because I know Pat does.
Talkman goes the pitch, bounced foul off to the left. And yes, Pat definitely enjoys the affordable luxury of flying on Southwest.
Well, when you got a clothing deal like Mr. Hughes, I mean, the wardrobe's got to go with you.
Yeah. And it is a massive wardrobe.
Yeah, yeah.
Where you need 2 bags.
It's called HOF. I don't know how else to describe it.
Yeah. Membership has its privileges,
That's right. That's exactly right.
All right, Talkman at first, Swanson at the plate, 0-1 to count. Here's the pitch by Singer, and a looping line drive to the shallow left center field. It drops in for a base hit. Talkman on his way to third. Here comes the throw. It's not in time. He slides in safely, and taking second on the play, Dansby Swanson. Cubs now have men at second and third, no one out here in the top of the 5th. Heads up base running.
Nice read by Talkman on this jam shot in the left center field. Yeah, Michael goes first to third. I was really surprised the center fielder, Isbell. He comes in, gets this ball on one hop, and then is really not able to set his feet and make a strong throw. He throws kind of off the wrong foot and makes kind of a soft throw. And because of that, Dansby just goes all the way to second. Cubs with a great scoring opportunity, 2 men on and nobody out.
Miles Mastroboni at the plate, looks at a ball low and inside, 1-0 the count. And this has been the issue, Coom. The Cubs have had opportunities with men in scoring position. It's coming through in these situations. That's been the issue post All-Star break.
Yeah, Miles, a little situational hitting. The infield is playing like halfway in. They're not all the way in, but they're about halfway in.
The 1-0. Mastroboni looks at a ball inside.
And what I mean by that, folks, is the second baseman, Massey, and the shortstop, Bobby Witt, are playing about 2 steps behind the baseline. So they are not even with the bases. So they're a little bit back to cover a little more ground.
Talkman at third, Swanson at second. The pitch, a bouncing ball hit on the right side, fielded by Massey. The runners have to hold. The flip to first in time. Mastroboni retired, 1 away.
And that's that rollover ground ball. And that's the issue. You if you're Talkman and you get a great read on this ball, you can go. But if you don't, you got to hold, and that's exactly why they play the infield about halfway, a couple steps back. Now they're going to play the infield entirely in against Amaya,
who's been red hot entering play with a 7-game hitting streak. The pitch bounced in the dirt, nicely blocked by Perez. So the runners stay where they are at second and third.
That's a big-time block by Perez. You talk about a frustrating thing for a pitcher. You make a good pitch and get a ground ball, and then the very next one you throw a breaking ball in the other batter's box, and your catcher picks you up big time. It's Perez with a great block.
Infield remains in. Amaya waits for the 1-0. Here comes the pitch. Low and outside. A slider that missed. 2-0 the count. Amaya flat out to right and is only at bat tonight in the third inning. 0 for 1. But again, a 7-game hitting streak coming in, batting better than 600 during that streak. Now the 2-0. Amaya swings and misses. And a slider off the outside, 2-1.
That's where Amaya was looking for a pitch away. He got it away, but it was not a strike. That pitch well off the plate away.
Cubs with men at second and third, 1 away. Top 5 scoreless game in Kansas City. Singer deals a breaking ball that is hit in the air, shallow left center field. Coming in, Isbell makes the catch. Talkman tags. Here comes the throw. It is in time. Tag applied by Perez as Talkman attempted to slide in foul territory and reach home plate. Double play. That ends the top half of the 5th inning. Middle 5. Cubs and Royals scoreless on the score. And the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network. Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
This is it. Shop the Lowe's closeout event to get up to 70% off select major appliances for your home. Plus, get up to 60% off select patio furniture and accessories for your outdoor spaces. So hurry into your local store today because these deals are too good to last. Shop them now before they're gone because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. People talk about trailblazing, but how do you really blaze a trail? With all-terrain tires, tubular roof rack, a lifted suspension, and a rugged build that craves adventure. This is the Off-Road Unlocked. Find your path in the Nissan Pathfinder Rock Creek.
This season, Instacart has your back to school, as in they've got your back to school lunch favorites like snack packs and fresh fruit, and they've got your back to school supplies like backpacks, binders, and pencils. And they've got your back when your kid casually tells you they have a huge school project due tomorrow. Let's face it, we were all that kid. So first call your parents to say, I'm sorry, and then download the Instacart app to get delivery in as fast as 30 minutes all school year long. Get a $0 delivery fee for your first 3 orders while supplies last. Minimum $10 per order. Additional terms apply.
Bottom 5 here in Kansas City. Cubs and Royals are scoreless. The batter is Hunter Renfroe, the Royals right fielder. Kyle Hendricks, hands over the head. High leg kick and pitch. And that one is in there for a strike. A change up at 79 mph. 0-1 the count on Renfroe. The Potawatomi Casino Hotel 5th inning. Light up your senses. Now the 0-1. A breaking ball that floats into the zone for a strike. 0-2. But Coop, let's go back to the ending of the top half of the 5th inning. Cubs had men at second and third. Shallow fly ball to left center field. Caught by Isbell. Talkman tagged, and Isbell made a one-hop throw to the plate. Offline a little bit, but Perez caught it on a high hop and applied the tag on Talkman as he slid home.
Yeah, it's not right at the front edge of home plate, but it's on the side of the plate you want it to be. If you're going to make that throw, you want it to come up the line because that gives Perez a chance to catch and do exactly what he did. He came up the line, catch. You're not blocking the plate, and then just reach out and tag Talkman.
The pitch. That one's outside. 2-2. The count now.
The issue is the depth of the fly ball. It's a shallow fly ball, and the Cubs, because the offensive struggles are taking risks and, taking a shot. And, that's a play that, you probably, if the outfielder makes a decent throw, it's going to be a double play, and that's what happened.
A swing and a miss and a sinking fastball on the inside. Renfroe is retired. That is strikeout number 4 on the evening for Hendricks. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers are sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Own every mile in a brand new Hyundai. So now the batter, Nick Lofton, the third baseman. Hendricks deals. That pitch is in there for a strike, a fastball. The first out, sponsored by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once. Righty-righty matchup. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. Off the outside, 1-1 the count. Lofton singled in the second. One of just 2 hits on the night so far for Kansas City against Hendricks, who works his motion, the 1-1. Bounced foul behind the plate, 1-2 now. We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. It's the opener of a 3-game set between the Cubs and Royals. The Cubs' first trip here to Kansas City since 2020. The 1-2. A breaking ball pounded to the ground, foul, as Lofton stays alive.
Yeah, it's been a while since we have been here. Cubs played here during COVID. We did not make that trip. We did the broadcast from Wrigley Field.
The 1-2. Up high, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And we were all talking about this earlier, and you and I at dinner. It's always been a great place to come to a ball game and play. As a player, I always loved coming here to play. I get great memories of being here.
The 2-2, Lofton bounces it foul off to the left.
And it seemed like since I've been in the league in 1995, you watch the games, and Pat and I talked about this, early in the 80s when I was watching the AstroTurf and the good teams with Brett and Hal McRae, and those teams were really good.
Lofton looks at the ball up high. It's a full count.
And then you come here. For me, I came here starting in the middle 90s, and they seemed like they were always making some kind of upgrade to this ballpark. It's just a gorgeous facility. For as old as it is, it's just a beautiful ballpark.
Line foul out of play off to the right by Lofton. Count remains 3-2.
The other thing about this ballpark, Zach, and Pat was saying this, is he came in right before the broadcast, and you and I were saying it as we came back from dinner, how friendly and accommodating the people are here in Kansas City around the park. It is really, they really do things right here in KC. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, great hospitality as Lofton pounds that one foul at the plate again.
Now, if they'd let us score a couple runs and we'd win a ball game, I'd be, that'd be very hospitable. But I don't know if that's going to be the case. We're going to have to earn those.
Yeah, I think the Cubs have to work on that more so than allowing the Royals to let it happen. Here comes the 3-2. Lofton fouls it again. That was pitch number 10 of this at-bat. A pretty good battle here. Hendricks calling his own pitches via the PitchCom device attached to the right side of his belt. He faces home plate, glove in front of the face. And now rocks back and delivers. A comebacker on one hop, fielded by Hendricks. Underhand toss to first in time. 2 away.
Now a little breaking ball. Kyle's going to, more and more breaking balls this season here as of late, and he's got a good one. I like what he's done. I have not asked him about the breaking ball that he's throwing now, but to me, it looks like it's a bigger hook, and it's got more downward break to it, and it's been a very good pitch. And he's had a lot of success with it, and he's done very well with it tonight.
Now the batter, Garrett Hampson, 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Hendricks works his motion, and the pitch is lined to right for a base hit. So a 2-out single for Hampson. It's the 3rd hit of the night for Kansas City, and it'll bring up the number 9 hitter, center fielder Kyle Isbell.
That's a little 2-seamer inside, and it's just a little inside-out swing. Yeah, and just dumps one into right field for a base hit. If you're not a big power guy, and you got a control guy back and forth, and you just dial in the other way, it's a good plan of attack, and that was a pretty good piece of hitting.
First pitch to Isbell is fouled back off the screen, 0-1. On Friday, August 2nd, the Cubs take on the Cardinals at 1:20 in the afternoon. Up to the first 5,500 fans in the Budweiser bleachers, 21 and older, will receive a Chicago mesh tank presented by Budweiser. Purchase tickets at cubs.com/tickets. Scoreless game here in the bottom of the 5th. The runner goes, and a ground ball through in a left field for a base hit. Stopping at third base is Hampson. The Royals have men at the corners after the single by Isbell. 2 away here in the last of the 5th, and Adam Frazier 2 up.
Now that's one of those things, just some bad luck for the Cubs. Kansas City gets Hampson on the move. He's off and running, and Dansby's going to cover second base on the steal. And Isbell just hits a little cue shot right off the end of the bat. This ball just trickles through the shortstop position in the short left field. Not hit hard, but hit in the right spot. Now, first and third and 2 outs.
So here's Frazier, 0 for 2. Hendricks now from the stretch, sets at the belt, kicks and delivers. And that pitch is up high for a ball. 1-0 the count. Hampson at third, Isbell at first. 2 away, bottom 5 scoreless game. Cubs and Royals, the opener of a 3-game set here in Kansas City. I'll throw to first. Diving back in safely is Isbell.
Good speed on the bases for Kansas City, so you got to be kind of prepared for anything. I would be surprised if the runner takes off from first if the Cubs throw through.
Isbell goes and no throw as the pitch is a called strike on the inside corner. So a stolen base for Isbell, and now the Royals have men at second and third and 2 away here in the last of the fifth. Frazier waits the pitch. High fly ball hit to shallow right field. Racing in Suzuki. He slides and it bounces in front of him. Coming in to score the first run of the game is Hampson, and behind him Isbell for the second run. It is 2-0 Kansas City here in the fifth. There was a shallow high fly ball to right, but very playable. Suzuki was playing back, had to race in. He slid and trapped it. And a 2-run single for Adam Frazier gives Kansas City the lead.
Hey, talk about a line drive to right for a base hit. A cue shot right off the end of the bat that barely trickles through the infield. And now just a little soft, short fly ball. And, you give up 2 runs, and that is very frustrating for Kyle, I'm sure. Tommy Hotovy going out to the mound to talk to his right-hander. Suzuki, I would say, did not get a great break on that ball, and it just drops in and drives in 2. And now you got to face Bobby Witt, who's one of the top hitters in all of baseball, with a man on and 2 outs and 2 runs already in.
Witt's 0 for 2 tonight. And we mentioned it. He leads the majors in batting average at .342. He's got 18 home runs, 70 RBIs. And the pitch. Low and outside, ball 1. Hendricks missing with a change. A full house here at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City, and they're making a lot of noise. Here's the 1-0. A bouncing ball up the middle, through to center field for a base hit. Stopping at second base, Frazier. And now Kansas City has men at first and second, 2 away. The number 3 hitter, Vinny Pasquantino, due up. Royals up 2-0 here in the fifth.
Well, with Witt at the plate, that's not the worst thing in the world that could happen. A ground ball base hit up the middle for a base hit. You kept them in the park. You kept them out of the gaps to drive in another run, and you try to get the next guy out. I know that's not ideal, but when you're talking about a guy as hot as Witt, a base hit isn't the worst thing.
First pitch to Pasquantino is low and outside. Hendricks missing with a fastball.
Pasquantino singled in his first at-bat and then flew out to Ian and left.
Powerful left-handed batter, open stance. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a strike. A changeup, 1-1.
Excellent pitch. Changeup right on the outside corner block.
Hendricks works on the first base side of the rubber. Men at first and second for Kansas City, 2 away. Bottom 5, 2-0. The Royals lead. Here's the pitch. Bounced foul off to the right. 1-2. Cubs had men at second and third. In the top half of the frame with 1 away and couldn't score. Meanwhile, Kansas City taking advantage here. A 2-0 lead and looking for more. A 1-2 to Pasquantino. Line drive hit to right center field and a touchdown for a base hit. Coming in to score is Frazier. Witt heads to third. RBI single by Vinny Pasquantino. And it's now 3-0 Kansas City here in the fifth.
And a pretty nice play by Suzuki to go get this ball. And when it ball first left the bat, thought this is going to be an extra base hit in the gap and drive in 2. Suzuki cuts this ball off and saves a run. Bobby Witt, we don't get to see him much, but boy, you talk about a guy that can run. He was flying around second and third, and he was looking to score even on that single.
Salvador Perez at the plate, and he fouls one on the ground off to the left. 0-1. There is activity in the Cubs bullpen. 3-0 Kansas City. Men at the corners, 2 away. 0-1. Perez fouls it back off the screen, 0-2.
Now, you know, Perez is thinking now they've got 3 runs already in the 5th. He's looking to make it a 6 spot with 1 swing of the bat.
Perez digs in. Powerful right-handed batter. Hendricks sets at the belt. Now the 0-2. Way outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The crowd being prompted to make noise by the video board in center field. Here comes the 1-2. A breaking ball low and outside. 2-2 now on Perez. Perez with 18 home runs, 67 RBIs this season. Hendricks peers in, acknowledges the sign from Amaya, and out time called. Perez steps out of the box, taps home plate with his two-tone bat, and gets in his stance.
This guy, a 9-time All-Star for the Kansas City Royals.
Pitch is low and outside, a curveball that missed. It's now a full count. Jorge Lopez warming up in the Cubs bullpen. 3-2 the count. Men at the corners for Kansas City. The Royals up 3-0. Now, Hendricks and Amaya can't agree on the signs. They finally do.
Kyle at 86 pitches in the game. Very hot, very humid.
The pitch. And a high fly ball hit to deep left field. Angling toward the corner, but this one is gone. A 3-run home run for Salvador Perez. And the Royals have broken this thing open. 6-0 Kansas City here in the 5th.
Well, you knew with the swings he was taking, he was looking to go deep. That was his sole focus. The Royals had scored 3 runs already, and Perez is looking to throw a big number on the board. He gets a pitch down and in he can handle, and the question is, fair or foul down the line? It stays fair, and it's a 6 spot here for Kansas City against the Cubs.
A monster 429-foot home run by Salvador Perez into the left field corner. 6-0 Kansas City. Batter Michael Massey now, and he looks at a strike from Hendricks. Fastball on the outside corner. Hendricks kicks and delivers. Outside, 1-1 on Massey. The 9th man to hit here in this 5th inning for Kansas City. The pitch. High fly ball, shallow left, Happ coming in, and he makes the catch for out number 3. But Kansas City pours it on here in this 5th inning. A 6-run 5th for the Royals. We head to inning number 6 with Kansas City up 6-0 on the score at the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer are Chicago's Sound of Summer on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
This is it. Shop the Lowe's closeout event to get up to 70% off select major appliances for your home. Plus, get up to 60% off select patio furniture and accessories for your outdoor spaces. So hurry into your local store today because these deals are too good to last. Shop them now before they're gone because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. Discover the artist, the foodie, the adventurer, and the kid in you too. Discover all of you, all in one place. World-class music and art, local food, brews, and spirits, endless bike trails, and other thrilling outdoor adventures. Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. It's closer than you think. Plan your getaway at visithamiltoncounty.com.
Pete Crow Armstrong is on deck. Who's on Deck is sponsored by On Deck. Need a small business loan fast? Apply today at ondeck.com. And guys, today's Woodman's home run hitting contestant is Roberta Ivick from Bolingbrook, who will win the Woodman's gift card jackpot of $150.
Pete Crow Armstrong bounces one to first. Gloved by Pasquantino. Unassisted play. One down. What else you got, Zach?
Yeah, so Roberta Ivick from Bolingbrook, who will win the Woodman's gift card jackpot of $150. If a Northsider hits a home run this inning, you can enter with the QR code at any Chicago area Woodman's. Good luck, Roberta. Today's Woodman's home run hitting contestant, service and savings. That's Woodman's. Pat?
6-0. Kansas City. 6th inning, one away. Nico Horner has flied out and struck out. Let's see if he can get on and get a rally started for the Cubs, something they have not been able to do tonight against Brady Singer. Just one base hit through 5 1/3. And that 5th inning really was kind of a painful example of the difference between these two teams regarding clutch hitting all year. Here's a ground ball pulled foul. The Cubs got 2 men on in the top of the inning, could not do anything with it. Masterboni grounded out. Amaya hit the fly ball that turned into an 8-2 double play. So the Cubs were 0 for 2. And as a team, the Cubs with men in scoring position hitting just .221. That's 29th out of the 30 big league teams. On the other hand, Kansas City, as Horner lines one deep to right and slicing foul. And back out of play. Kansas City, Ron, as a team, this is impressive. They are hitting .292 with runners in scoring position. That's the best average among any of the 30 big league teams.
And you just saw it.
Yeah.
They put the ball in play. They're aggressive in their at-bats. And they got some really talented guys that, can hit with some thunder. We just saw Perez at a long home run.
Horner hits a fly ball to left. Looking up and pulling it down is Adam Frazier. And that's out number 2. 6-0 Royals. Game 1 of the series will be here an hour earlier tomorrow night. It'll start at 6:10. And then a day game on Sunday. There's a foul off to the left out of play. I believe Zach Zabman has a defensive change that he's going to share with us. Zach, what's going on?
Garrett Hampson is in left field tonight, Pat.
Two down in the inning. Bush will take low and inside for a ball. Bush has struck out twice, both times looking. Here's the 2-1. Popped up foul off to the left and out of play. Nice crowd, very few empty seats. I was surprised, Ron, to read that Kansas City's home attendance over 55 dates is just over 19,000. I would have thought with the success they've had and the exciting young players, especially Bobby Witt Jr.,
right,
that they would have drawn a few more, but they'll show up here if they keep winning. This is a good baseball town.
Yep, absolutely. Good sports area. But you got to show that you're gonna stay in it, right? You got to show that you're making the effort as an organization, and then you'll get the fans out. And this is a very good ball club this year. You think of would they lose 106 games last year? Is that right?
They were 56 and 106. Yeah. They've already equaled the number of wins this season, and we're still in July that they managed all of last year. A foul off to the left out of play. Getting back to football and baseball and comparisons, of course, they're crazy about the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. I was asking somebody that worked here, I said, is he now as big of a name as George Brett was? And he said, he had to think about it for a minute. He said, probably not quite yet, but he's getting there.
Well, they've got those Super Bowl trophies, and that'll help that, right?
But George Bretta, an absolute icon here, over 3,000 hits.
Just to mention his name with anybody else is saying something, right?
Yeah.
I mean, one of the all-time great players in our game. Oh, my gosh.
What a hitter he was. You could watch him play in a doubleheader. He'd have 9 to 10 at-bats. He'd hit 8 line drives. Ground ball to second. Michael Bush bounces out to Massey. And the Cubs do nothing in the 6th inning. We go to the bottom half. It's the Royals 6 and the Cubs nothing. This is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cub fans, Craig Counsell here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
This is it. Shop the Lowe's closeout event to get up to 70% off select major appliances for your home. Plus, get up to 60% off select patio furniture and accessories for your outdoor spaces. So hurry into your local store today because these deals are too good to last. Shop them now before they're gone because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Step up your runs with the Peloton Tread or Tread Plus 30-day home trial. Whether you're prepping for a marathon or improving your pace, whatever road lies ahead, your training begins here.
Tom Malvers here. Welcome to your 20-minute Strength for Runners class. Y'all, I'm so excited that you're here today.
Tap into expert coaching and real-time metrics that take your fitness journey to new heights. From strength classes for runners on the Peloton Tread or Tread Plus to guided outdoor runs on the Peloton app. Try it all. No commitment needed. Call yourself a runner. Learn more at onepeloton.com/home-trial. Terms apply.
Want a website with unmatched power, speed, and control? Try Bluehost Cloud, the new web hosting plan from Bluehost, built for WordPress creators by WordPress experts. With 100% uptime, incredible load times, and 24/7 WordPress priority support, your sites will be lightning fast with global reach. And with Bluehost Cloud, your sites can handle surges in traffic no matter how big. Plus, you automatically get daily backups and world-class security. Get started now at Bluehost.com.
Out-of-town scoreboard is fueled by Citgo Dry Clean Gasoline. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. A whole bunch of games in progress. Bottom of the 8th inning in Baltimore. The Padres leading the Orioles 4-3. Jerickson Profar with a 2-run home run, his 17th. Other action around the major leagues. Rangers and Blue Jays tied at 5 in the top half of the 8th inning. Also top 8, the Mets all over the Braves, 8-3.
Jorge Lopez is the new right-handed pitcher for the Cubs. A curveball to the batter, Hunter Renfroe, swung on and missed. What else you got, Zach?
In that game in New York, Kodai Senga, the talented Japanese pitcher, made his first start of the season and then left the game with a calf injury.
And he's been out with an injury all year, is that correct?
Yeah, so that is bad news for the Mets tonight. Bottom of the 7th inning at Fenway, the Yankees leading the Red Sox 7-4. Aaron Judge has gone deep again, Pat. A 3-run home run, number 36.
Lopez fires outside for a ball.
Astros on top of the Dodgers, Pat, 4-0 now in the top half of the 6th inning. John Singleton with a 2-run home run for Houston.
Here at a 6-0 Kansas City in the bottom of the 6th inning with nobody out. Kyle Hendricks charged with all 6 runs. Really, only a couple of balls were hit hard. And it looked like, Ron, he might get out of the inning on the 2-run single by Adam Frazier. It was really a little pop fly that I thought was going to be caught by Suzuki. It was hit high in the air. Ground ball to third, fielded by Mastroboni. The toss across in time. And that's the first out in the inning. 6-0 Kansas City. But, you know, after all these years of watching games, you see how high a ball is hit, and you think that'll probably be caught. But it wasn't.
Yeah, it's one of those plays. I think Suzuki got fooled a little bit by the swing, and the ball got hit off the end of the bat. And he went not really back, but sideways a couple steps, and then came hard in. I mean, he gave it a great effort. He laid out for the ball the best he could, just couldn't get there. And, you know, when things aren't going your way, that's what happens. Those are the little things that happen. And he couldn't quite get there, and it ends up driving in a couple runs. And then, of course, Bobby Witt gets the base hit, and you go first to third, and then all of a sudden you've got a 9-time All-Star and a home run champ coming to the plate, and you make a pitch inside on 3-2, and he blasts one, and your outing is Kyle, who was pitching outstanding baseball, goes from really good to not so much in just a couple of minutes.
And that is one of the agonizing, if you're on one side, and exhilarating things about baseball, how one little play that is not made can turn into a 5 or a 6 run rally.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's shocking, but it happens really all the time.
Yeah, I mean, the game was going along. These two guys are dealing. Neither guy was really giving up much. There were some soft hits, but nothing, nobody getting hit hard at all. And then all of a sudden, a 6 spot.
Lopez fires a strike to Nick Lofton. Kansas City trying to move 10 games above 500. Cubs in danger of falling 7 below. And the 1-2 is outside for a ball. You knew this would be a challenging trip before it even started. Royals are greatly improved. 3 here, and then 3 in Cincinnati. The Cubs had a tough time there earlier this year, losing 3 out of 4. Reds have had their issues. They've been kind of up and down, as a lot of teams have been.
Yeah.
There's like 6 or 7 teams. They all feel like that one good hot stretch of winning 9 out of 10 could get us in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's right.
And it could. Here's a pitch outside. That's ball 4.
Lopez going with 3 sliders, I believe, in a row. I think it was 3 in a row away. Just couldn't quite get to the corner and ends up walking Lofton.
Cubs baseball brought to you by Xfinity. You can stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once. Hampson hits a ground ball to third. 1 hop. Mastroboni goes to second. Low dug out by Horner. Nico wanted to make sure to catch the ball before he thought about a double play. And I think he made a wise move. You want to make sure you get 1 there. If it means you take your time and don't get into a position to throw to first, so be it.
Yeah, Mastro comes up with this ball, tries to get rid of it quick and does, but throws a low throw, and this ball bounces in, and Nico picks him up with a really nice pickup on that low throw to get the force out at second.
2 down, a man at first. Here's a drive to center, deep but playable for Crow Armstrong, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits. A man left. We move to inning number 7. It's the Royals 6 and the Cubs nothing. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer bring you all the action on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
This is it. Shop the Lowe's closeout event to get up to 70% off select major appliances for your home. Plus, get up to 60% off select patio furniture and accessories for your outdoor spaces. So hurry into your local store today because these deals are too good to last. Shop them now before they're gone because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. Discover the artist, the foodie, the adventurer, and the kid in you too. Discover all of you, all in one place. World-class music and art, local food, brews, and spirits, endless bike trails, and other thrilling outdoor adventures. Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. It's closer than you think. Plan your getaway at visithamiltoncounty.com.
It's the most anticipated WNBA season in history.
And you know what that means. Court is back in session.
Welcome to Queens of the Court, an Odyssey original podcast.
I'm your girl, Cheryl Swoop.
And I'm Jordan Robinson. All WNBA season long, we'll be bringing you interviews with star athletes, analysis on your favorite teams,
and lots of hot takes.
Order in the court.
Follow and listen to Queens of the Court on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
With Ron Plumer and Zach Zaidman and our engineer Donnie Free. It's Pat Hughes reporting. We thank you for joining us. Inning number 7 has arrived. The Cubs no runs on 1 hit. And that was a base hit by Dansby Swanson. Here's a swing and a drive down the right field line off the bat of Seiya. That ball's going to be in there. Base hit. He's going to get a double. Nope, he's going to hold it first with a single. Seiya stumbled ever so slightly around first. Renfroe had a long way to go to get there. He gloved it on 1 hop over in the right field corner with his momentum going away from second. I thought Seiya would have a double, but he had to hold it first.
Renfroe gets rid of this ball pretty good shape. I don't know if they would have gotten Seiya, but I think he was thinking they were down 6 runs. I can't make the first out at second base, maybe.
Yeah.
And he stayed at first.
Let's see if that leads to bigger and better things. Ian Happ, the batter. Brady Singer has really pitched good ball. He has not been behind in the count to many hitters. Thrown a lot of strikes. He's changed speeds effectively. And he's had very good command. The 1-0 is outside, and the count now is 2-0.
Yeah, I would think that last statement he made, the great command, that really fits for what he's done today. He has pitched on both sides of the plate. He's had an excellent slider, but you really haven't seen, he's thrown some pitches in the middle of the plate early in the count. Cubs have, first go around through, wanted to take a look at him, and he took advantage of that and pitched ahead in the count. And since then, he has really gotten on a roll.
Ron, you talked about the splits where left-handed batters have done much better against him than righties. Not a single Cub left-handed hitter has a base hit tonight against him.
Yeah, Cubs have 5 lefties in the lineup today.
5 of them.
5 lefties, yeah.
But the hits by Swanson a single, and now Suzuki a single here in the 7th inning. Happ takes up and away, 3-1. He'd gladly take a walk. Cubs need base runners right now. And if he does walk Happ, that would undoubtedly get the Royals bullpen going, you would think. The 3-1 is taken high for ball 4. 2 men on, nobody out. Cubs have got to get something on the board out of this opportunity. 7th inning, down by 6. The batter is Mike Tauchman.
That last fastball from Singer, that's kind of a sign that you're getting tired. Now it's very hot and very humid. Everybody really lathered up on the field. And that will get somebody going. The bullpen is getting moving. Kansas City.
Tauchman pokes it foul, out of play. Walks by opposing pitcher, sponsored by North Shore Adult Diapers. Reassuringly strong protection for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com.
This next pitch will be pitch number 95 for Singer.
Bouncing ball slowly and foul past first. 0-2. Game 1 of a 6-game road trip. Next Thursday night, the Cubs will be home to play the Cardinals, the first of a 4-game series against St. Louis. Tauchman takes strike 3 call. One down. Tauchman thought he was going to waste one.
2-seam fastball starts it inside. This one ends up right in the middle of the plate, but at the top of the zone. Fooled Tauchman.
For the Cubs, 0-0.
Swanson has a base hit tonight. He looks at a strike at the knees.
And the Cubs need someone to launch one here with 2 men on to get them back in this game.
Tomorrow night, Shota Imanaga against Seth Lugo. Lugo quietly has pitched great ball for KC this year. Swanson swings and misses, 0-2. How many baseball fans across America would realize that Seth Lugo is 12-4 with a 2.38 ERA?
Yeah. Isn't that something?
Not many. Now it's 0-2 on Swanson. Dansby hits a ground ball to third, fair. Stepping on the bag, Lofton, throw to first, double play. 5-3 double play. Inning quickly comes to an end. 7 shutout innings for Brady Singer. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Royals 6, Cubs 0. This is the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans. It's Pete Crow Armstrong. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
This is it. Shop the Lowe's closeout event to get up to 70% off select major appliances for your home. Plus, get up to 60% off select patio furniture and accessories for your outdoor spaces. So hurry into your local store today because these deals are too good to last. Shop them now before they're gone because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
ADT knows a lot can happen in a second. 1 second you're happily single, and the next second you catch a glimpse of someone and you don't want to be. Maybe 1 second you have a business idea that seems like a pipe dream, and the next you have an LLC and a dream come true. And when it comes to your home, 1 second you feel safe, and the next something goes wrong. But with ADT's 24/7 professional monitoring, you still feel safe. Because when every second counts, count on ADT. Visit ADT.com today.
Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. Discover the artist, the foodie, the adventurer, and the kid in you too. Discover all of you, all in one place. World-class music and art, local food, brews, and spirits, endless bike trails, and other thrilling outdoor adventures. Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. It's closer than you think. Plan your getaway at visithamiltoncounty.com.
A reminder that all reviews in this game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. New man on the mound for the Cubs, Pat, right-hander Jesus Tinoco.
And Tinoco's first pitch swung on and fouled away by Adam Frazier. Bobby Witt Jr. on deck, and then Vinny Pasquantino. The Royals got all of their runs, all 6 of them, in the 5th inning after 2 were out and nobody on base. Singles by Hampson and Isbell. After a stolen base, a 2-run single by Frazier. Frazier pulls the ground ball to first, fielded by Bush, takes it to the bag, out number 1. Bobby Witt had a single, so did Vinny Pasquantino to drive in another run. The big blow, a 3-run homer by Salvador Perez. Here's Bobby Witt Jr. He's become a very popular player in a very short amount of time. Just 24 years old. He's 1 for 3 tonight. The pitch by Tinoco is outside for a ball. Volvo sponsors Cubs Radio for you. Thanks to Volvo. In fact, the whole 7th inning is sponsored by Volvo plug-in hybrid vehicles. Electric cars with a backup plan. Visit your local retailer to learn more. Now the 2-0 from Tinoco. Bouncing ball back to the mound. Easy play. Tossed to first in time, and that's out number 2.
And doubles by Cubs hitters, sponsored by Traffic Tech. Double up your business with Traffic Tech. Hardest working team in transport. And RBIs by Cubs hitters. They're sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter.
6-0 Kansas City. 2 down. The batter, Pasquantino. He chops it foul at the plate. Cubs baseball brought to you in part by Circa Resort and Casino. Get ready for the time of your life. CircaLasVegas.com.
And Safe at the Plate, sponsored by Granger. Think safety, think Granger.
Still haven't gotten the attendance figure. It's going to be close to a sellout. There's a whistling line drive foul down the right field line.
Yeah, I would agree. Got to be probably somewhere around 38,300.
Was that your official guess?
Might have been.
Yeah. 2 down, nobody on. Tinoco to Pasquantino. Pulled foul on the ground right side. We are coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. QQQ Invesco. Now the 0-2. Fastball away for a ball. The Royals printed up a list, somebody in their media relations office, and I appreciate this. They have a little section in the game notes entitled Notable Players to Play for Both Teams, the Cubs and the Royals. It's quite a list. The 1-2. This is just a partial list. We'll get to it in a moment. Strike 3 called. Pasquantino called out on strikes. It's on to inning number 8. Royals 6, Cubs nothing. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Every home run and double play is called by Pat and Ron on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
With the trade deadline approaching, the road to October starts now. I'm Rob Bradford. Join me on Baseballs and Boring for exclusive interviews, behind-the-scenes stories, and expert analysis. Follow and listen to Baseballs and Boring on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
There are a lot of so-called fast food deals out there. But do any of them have the Wendy's Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, crispy fries, everyone's favorite nugs, and a drink for just $5 like Wendy's Biggie Bag? Nope. And that's why no other deals can be called the Wendy's Biggie Bag. That and a little thing called plagiarism. When the deal is as fresh as the meal, gotta be Wendy's.
Gotta be fresh. Includes choice of JBC or crispy chicken sandwich with 4-piece nugs, junior fry, and small soft drink. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California and via third-party delivery.
This is it. Shop the Lowe's Closeout event to get up to 70% off select major appliances for your home. Plus, get up to 60% off select patio furniture and accessories for your outdoor spaces. So hurry into your local store today because these deals are too good to last. Shop them now before they're gone because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Reynolds Wrap.
Reynolds Wrap.
Potato wedges.
Wedges.
Olive oil. Salt.
Mwah. Well done, hon.
Well done, chef.
Right.
With Reynolds Wrap, cooking becomes so easy, you can feel like the chef of your kitchen. Easy prep, easy cook, easy clean. Reynolds Wrap.
Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. Discover the artist, the foodie, the adventurer, and the kid in you too. Discover all of you, all in one place. World-class music and art, local food, brews, and spirits, endless bike trails, and other thrilling outdoor adventures. Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. It's closer than you think. Plan your getaway at visithamiltoncounty.com.
Start this 8th inning. Let's take 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. You're listening to The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Your headquarters for Cubs Talk is the Mullen Haw Show, mornings 5:30 to 10 on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
The 8th inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids, 877. Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today, Patrick.
Brady Singer, 7 shutout innings. He will leave the game. Will Smith, the big left-hander, is now doing the pitching. Patrick Wisdom, pinch hitting, will take a curveball down low. Pitching changes by the opposition, sponsored by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at sloan.com. Inside to Wisdom, 2-0. Getting back to this list of notable players who have played for both the Cubs and the Royals. just hearing their names will bring back some memories, I'm sure. Fastball strike. Here we go. This is not a full list, just the most notable to have played for both of these teams. Larry Gura.
Oh, yeah.
Willie Wilson.
How about that?
Bill Buckner played for KC for a while. Outside of Wisdom, Tom Flash Gordon.
Yeah.
Brian McRae.
Yeah.
Gary Gaetti. David DeJesus. Mark Grudzelanek. Here comes the 3-1 on the way to Wisdom. Swing and a miss. Wade Davis, the big right-handed bullpen man. How about Ben Zobrist?
Yeah.
Then on both World Series teams in the last decade, the 2015 Royals and the 2016 Cubs. Wisdom yanks it foul down the left field line. Jorge Soler played for both teams. But that's just a partial list. And you think about the roles that, for example, Ben Zobrist played on both World Series clubs. Very significant. There's a base hit to the left for Patrick Wisdom. He comes off the bench and spanks a ground ball in between third and short. Let's see if that leads to a Cubs rally here in the 8th inning.
Yeah, good at bat for Patrick, absolutely. Line drive bullet in the left through the infield. Now Larry Gura is from my neck of the woods, at Joliet area. He was around there for quite some time. And you know who was on that list that I just saw just last homestand? Brian McRae, Pat. He was at the ballpark last week.
BMAC.
Wrigley, yep. Great guy. Great player. Well, he could hit. He could go get him in the outfield. Super nice guy.
He was the center fielder when I first got here back in 1996. Now the 0-1 from Will Smith. A swing and a smash foul down the left field line off the bat of Miguel Amaya. Also, we should note that Tommy Hotovy, the Cubs' fine pitching coach, is from this area. He played big league ball for Kansas City as a pitcher, and now he's been the Cubs' pitching coach for, I think, something like 7 or 8, 9 years. Good long run.
I've seen some Hotovy jerseys down in front of us here behind home plate. And I think we're going to get Tommy on our pregame show. That's going to be the interview that I do on Sunday morning.
There's a drive foul down the right field line, out of play. 6-0 Kansas City, 8th inning. Wisdom at first with nobody out. Amaya flied out twice. Once he flied out into a double play. His fly ball caught by the center fielder Isbell, who then cut down Tachman at home plate. Here's a fly ball to left, pretty well hit. Back goes Hampson, and he'll make the catch on the warning track in deep left field. Amaya gave it a ride and just missed an extra base knock.
Yeah, I think that ball got in on him just enough to keep it in the yard. And we talked about this park. Big ballpark. The gap where that ball was hit is 387 in left center. And when there's a stolen base are sponsored by Arturo Tire. For each stolen base this season, a donation will be made to Keeping Families Covered. Very nice by Arturo Tire.
Cubs finished up the homestand on Wednesday, losing 3-2 to Milwaukee. Cubs scored just 9 runs in the 6 games on the homestand. So that's 1.5 runs per game. It's just not going to get it done.
Yeah.
And tonight being shut out on 3 hits. All singles with 1 away in the 8th inning. Pete Crow Armstrong at the plate. Takes a breaking ball low and away. It's 1-2. Big crowd in Kansas City on a warm summer night. Crow Armstrong hits a fly ball to right. Renfroe is going to make an easy catch. And that's out number 2. Zach Zabin keeping his eyes on the information wire. We used to call it the trading deadline wire. I don't know what they call it these days, but things are kind of quiet so far today, Zach. Is that the case?
Yeah, there was a minor move made today. Ryan Stanek traded from Seattle to the Mets. He's a reliever.
And who went the other way in that trade? Was that a minor leaguer?
Yes.
Well, you always wonder what your team, your favorite team, is going to be doing in the next few days. Change up is high for a ball. The deadline just 4 days away. It's a day early. I'm not sure why, but it's the 30th instead of the 31st. I'm sure there's a reason for that.
The end of the month would make too much sense.
I just go by what they tell me.
I agree.
Right?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Let's see what we got here. So the 31st would be on a Wednesday. So maybe they just don't like Wednesdays and they just do it on Tuesday.
That's a nice logical explanation, Ron. Here comes the 3-0 pitch from Smith. Take an eye outside. It's as logical as anything I can come up with. It's funny to think that the trading deadline, and this goes back many decades, it used to be June the 15th.
Yeah.
Grounder back to the mound, Will Smith will make the play to first, ending the inning. Cubs don't score. They're being shut out as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. 6-0 Kansas City on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
Cubs fans, Ian Happ here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs radio network.
This is it. Shop the Lowe's closeout event to get up to 70% off select major appliances for your home. Plus, get up to 60% off select patio furniture and accessories for your outdoor spaces. So hurry into your local store today because these deals are too good to last. Shop them now before they're gone because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. Discover the artist, the foodie, the adventurer, and the kid in you too. Discover all of you, all in one place. World-class music and art, local food, brews, and spirits, endless bike trails, and other thrilling outdoor adventures. Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. It's closer than you think. Plan your getaway at visithamiltoncounty.com.
Hey, I'm Rhett.
And I'm Link.
Maybe you know us from our daily YouTube show, Good Mythical Morning.
But this is a little trailer for our podcast, Ear Biscuits, where two lifelong friends talk about life for a long time.
And nothing is off limits. We talk about our sex lives, our mental health journeys, but we try to never take ourselves too seriously.
So we invite you to not do the same, or to do the same. We invite you to listen. Follow and listen to Ear Biscuits.
Now for free on the Odyssey app and everywhere you get your podcasts.
MLB Ballpark app will complete your next visit to your favorite ballpark. Buy and manage game tickets, redeem offers, access exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today.
All right, Zach, bottom of the 8th inning, Salvador Perez belted a big 3-run homer his last time up. That turned a 3-0 game into a 6-0 lead, and that's where we still are in the bottom of the 8th inning. Jesus Tinoco delivers low and away. Tinoco always works from the stretch. A fastball is inside. Reading something about Kansas City. The last 3 times they've made it into the postseason, and of course they're hoping to get there this year, and they could.
Yep.
But the last 3 times they qualified for the postseason tournament, they went all the way to the World Series, winning 2 World Series and losing 1. Here's a smash foul. The last 3 times they made it to the postseason, 1985, they won the World Series against the Cardinals in 7 games. 2014, they lost the World Series to the Giants in 7 games. That was the Madison Bumgarner World Series. Here's a fly ball, right side, pop fly, really. Bush will give way to Horner, the second baseman, who makes an easy catch. And that's out number one. And then the last time they made the postseason was 2015, and they became the World Series champions, beating the Mets in 5 games. But I don't think any other team can make that claim. The last 3 times you've made it into the postseason, you've gone all the way to the World Series with 2 world championships. Fly ball, left field, playable for Happ. Routine, in fact, and that's out number 2. Please stay tuned for the toast of the game ball player. That is coming up in the 9th inning. Ron Coomer will have that assignment. And it is brought to you by Benny's Beverage Depot. Ron is writing down several notes, preparing for that big decision that he'll make. 2 down. Here's the fastball inside to Renfroe. Actually, not a lot of candidates tonight.
No runs on 3 hits tonight for the Cubs.
3-6.
Yeah.
5-1.
We're getting the attendance figure. I heard just the last 2 digits, which didn't really help all that much. Do you ever do that? You're broadcasting and you come to the end of a sentence and you hear a guy say, and 23.
Yeah. And
well, I have no idea what the first 3 numbers were.
Yeah, or what he meant by the 23 for that matter, yeah.
Fastball is inside, and the count now 3-1.
Well, if we just go by the 23,
that would be a very small crowd. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. A swing and a smash past a diving Bush into right field. It's a base hit. Well, thanks to Zach Zaidman, he was listening, and the attendance tonight is 36,351. And Zach also was the closest in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. Zach guessed 37.5, and you and I were a little heavier than that. Here's a pulled ground ball foul past third off the bat of Nick Lofton. 1 out and a man at first. 8th inning, 6-0 Kansas City. Neither team with an error. Royals out hitting the Cubs 9-3. 1 outburst in the 5th inning is the difference in the game. Breaking ball strike. Please stay tuned for Zach's post-game show. He'll have scores from all over. We're hoping to have some highlights for him to play. The 0-2, low and outside. The matchups for the balance of the series. Tomorrow, Shota Imanaga against Seth Lugo. And then Javier Assad against Cole Reagans. Chopped slowly to a charging Wisdom at third. That's an infield single. Wisdom bobbled the ball barehanded, but it didn't matter. He was not going to make a throw. Infield single for Hunter Renfroe. Advancing to second is Massey. 2 men on with 1 away, and the batter now is Garrett Hampton.
Yeah, little rollover ground ball, and nothing Patrick could do.
Garrett Hampson. Some reason I tried to put a T in the last name of his. There's a delivery outside to Hampson. 2 outs, 2 on. Hampson singled in that big rally. In fact, it was his single that seemed harmless at the time. It began the 6-run rally. Now, time called by the second base umpire, Quinn Wolcott. Right-hander to right-hander. The pitch by Tinoco. Lifted foul off to the right out of play.
Tanoka, a pretty good fastball down and away, just missed the outside corner.
Apparently a fan made a dazzling catch on that foul ball.
Almost got a standing ovation.
The next pitch hit to right down the line in the corner. That ball is going to slice foul. Foul in the right field corner. I'm surprised the umpire, Adrian Johnson, did not indicate fair or foul.
Didn't move a lot either. He's still standing in the same spot.
From our angle, it looked like it missed the foul line by about a foot.
Yeah.
But he just assumed that everyone would know it's a foul ball. We need to select our best moment of the game. It was not just supplied by Adrian Johnson, the crew chief umpire. So we'll have to come up with something else, Ron. 6-0 KC. He's a good umpire. I'm just teasing a little bit. Here's the next pitch. Low and outside for a ball. 3-2. The best moment of the game. We'll get back to you in a moment on that one. 2 outs, 2 on. Here comes the 3-2. Bouncer back to the mound, fielded by Tanoka, and he throws to first, and that ends the inning. We go to the 9th inning. Cubs need a rally. Royals 6, Cubs nothing. This is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer are Chicago's sound of summer on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
This is it. Shop the Lowe's closeout event to get up to 70% off select major appliances for your home. Plus, get up to 60% off select patio furniture and accessories for your outdoor spaces. So hurry into your local store today because these deals are too good to last. Shop them now before they're gone because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Summer's greatest hits are here all weekend long at Macy's One Day Sale. Start your back to school shopping with kids' tees, shorts, and more essentials, $15 and under. Plus, it's the best time to refresh your home with 40 to 65% off bedding from Hotel Collection, Charter Club, and more. And take 70% off during our fine jewelry clearance. Don't miss Macy's One Day Sale now through Sunday. Savings off already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
People talk about trailblazing, but how do you really blaze a trail? With all-terrain tires, tubular roof rack, a lifted suspension, and a rugged build that craves adventure. This is the Off-Road Unlocked. Find your path in the Nissan Pathfinder Rock Creek.
Copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs. They may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent to the Chicago Cubs. Brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. Pat?
All right, Zach, we have some business to take care of in this 9th inning, and so does the Cubs offense. Let's see if they can get a base runner or two. You never know in this crazy game. Cubs limited, only 3 hits in the game. Michael Busch first up. Seiya Suzuki on deck, and then Ian Happ. Chris Stratton is in from the Royals bullpen.
Yeah, he's having some issues with his PitchCom device.
Pitching changes by the opposition, sponsored by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at sloan.com.
And then also we got the hardest working player of the game, sponsored by Bosch Power Tools. What hard workers deserve, Pat. And how about that great play by Nico Horner to start the game, the diving catch? That can be our hardest working player of the game. That's about as good a catch as you're going to see.
And it was the catch of the game.
Oh, there you go. Absolutely.
It's going to serve 2 purposes. The catch of the game, sponsored by Catch Des Moines. Things aren't so hush-hush in Des Moines, where only the S's are silent. Discover the best of the Midwest at CatchDesMoines.com. Okay, Bush waiting, and he'll take a strike. 1-1. We are still hoping that the at our best moment is still coming. That's really the only thing you can say at certain times, Ron. You just hope that you put together that late inning rally that turns the game around. The At Our Best moment is sponsored by Loyola Medicine. When things are at their worst, we're at our best. Loyola Medicine. Bush takes high and outside, 3-1. A walk, in this case, is as good as a hit. Anything to get something started.
You got to get some base runners here in this 9th inning.
That is a strike, and the count now 3-2.
As we said, in the 5th inning, there were 2 outs and nobody on, and then Kansas City with a couple soft singles, a base hit, a blooper to right to drive in 2, and then another man on. Witt grounds one up the middle, and then a home run.
Bouncing ball right side, glove by Pasquantino. Underhand flip to the pitcher, Stratton, and that's out number 1. Bush 0 for 4 as he bounces out. And here is Seiya Suzuki. Suzuki has one of the Cubs hits. He's also walked. Ron, the toast of the game, brought to you by Benny's Beverage Depot. It's about that time. Or did you already say it? Did you?
No, we have not said the toast of the game. We used the hardest working player with Nico.
Okay.
So Seiya's up now. He's the only guy on the Cubs ball club that has been on base twice in this game. So why don't we go with Seiya? He'll be the toast of the game ball player today.
And that's brought to you by Benny's Beverage Depot. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. 36,351, a sellout here in Missouri. Suzuki hits a high pop fly foul down the left field line and back out of play. Keep waiting for the Cubs offense to break out of this team-wide slump. And the 1-2. Inside backs him away. Please stay tuned for Zach's post-game show. That's right around the corner. He will bring you right up to date on all of the other big league baseball activity. And the 2-2. Outside, 3-2. Thanks to our engineer, Donnie Free, for a job well done tonight. And the pitch smacked fair inside third down the left field line, bouncing off the sidewall. Deep in the corner, it's retrieved by Hampson, and it's a 2-base hit for Seiya Suzuki. Well, there's a start with one away, a man at second base. You never know.
They get a little breaking ball hanger and hammers this ball down the line and hits I believe it hit the foul line and went down into the corner.
Doubles by Cubs batter, sponsored by Traffic Tech. Double up your business with Traffic Tech, the hardest working team in transport. Here is Ian Happ. A man at second, one away, 9th inning. Happ lines a 2-hopper to second. Glove by Massey, and he throws out Happ. Hard hit ball. But now the Cubs are down to their last chance. Suzuki advances to third on the play. And now the Royals fans start to stand. Kansas City on the threshold of moving 10 games above 500. And here is Tauchman. Mike hits a fly ball into left center. It is playable, and the center fielder, Isbell, makes the catch, and the ball game is over. The Kansas City Royals win Game 1 by a score
6-0. We'll be back with the totals right after this. You are listening to The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Catch every moment of every game all season long on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.